often fighters say it's all about my jab. Lane said it's all about my right hand. He said landing my right hand opens up everything else in my striking arsenal.
You have some bad blood between these guys as well. They've been talking back and forth a little bit.
In the middleweight division, Julian Lane versus Tom Schoaf. The numbers with our tale of the tape.
There we go.
Once again, just an extremely even fight. I can't really, a little bit of a height advantage for Tom Schoaf, but I mean, besides that, good matchmaking, everything's pretty even all the way through.
Tattoos go to Lane.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for the next fight of the night. Scheduled for 5 2-minute rounds in the bare knuckle middleweight division. Brought to you by Mary Jane's House of Glass. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the red corner. Tonight he wears black trimmed in white. His official weight, 168.8 pounds. As a bare knuckle professional, he holds a record of 1 victory opposite a single defeat. Fighting out of Etna, Indiana, here is Tom Schoaf. And across the ring, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner. Tonight he wears black trimmed in red. His official weight, 169.8 pounds. As a bare knuckle professional, he holds a record of 2 victories opposite 2 defeats. Fighting out of Mansfield, Ohio, here is Julian Hellboy Lane. And our referee in charge of the action, Wayne Spinola.
Earlier this evening, I gave a special welcome to all of you watching Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship in the UK for the first time. And I want to give a special welcome to Sylvester and Frank Stallone, who we know are watching live this evening. This fight has all the ingredients to, I think, look like Rocky III. Round number 1, and a Clubber Lang-like start for Julian Lane. He's in the black and red trunks. Black and white trunks from Tom Schoaf, and down goes Schoaf. Ruled to slip immediately by referee Wayne Spinola.
Tom cannot get caught in the slugfest right here. He has to learn from that first fight.
This fight right here is picking up very, very fast. I think Tom's going to have to use that jab just to slow it down a little bit so Lane can get his respect.
Lane, stiff jab. Schoaf already on his heels. It's the right hand. Counter left and a counter right by Tom Schoaf.
And that's exactly what Tom Schoaf was able to do last fight. Counter left hand, landed many times, and was able to win that fight with just that punch alone.
Schoaf pulling back that right hand. Champ, I should have said a Mason the Line Dixon-like performance instead of name-checking Mr. T.
Right. Good job by Lane.
Both guys landed good punches there.
Huge sweeping left hand from Lane. That definitely took Schoaf off his striking line. And down goes Tom Schoaf on the right hand. Bounced off of his knee. Joe Frazier-like right back to his feet.
I think Julian Lane is doing a very good strategy here. Putting so much pressure on Tom Schoaf, he can't get settled.
Schoaf bleeding out of his mouth. Flipping left hook from Lane. Schoaf trying to establish the 1, then the 2. There's the right hand. That landed clean. Good left hand. And landing again inside. Hands high and tight, aggressively for Lane. Stumbling is Tom Schoaf. Overhand right from Lane.
Lane's doing a great job of not getting too greedy, staying in there and throwing too many punches. He's landing 1 or 2 good punches and then getting back out.
I don't like those haymakers he's throwing just because he couldn't injure his hand in close.
Excellent point.
That is the end of an outstanding round number 1.
Very tough round for Tom Schoaf. He took some massive punches right there. Bit the dust a couple times. They only counted 1 knockdown.
It seemed like he wasn't ready for a fast fight. And I think Julian Lane threw him off his game plan.
Yeah, it looks like he started a little bit slower than he wanted to. He wasn't able to counter like he wants, and he's getting hit. He's getting beat to the punch every time.
And it seemed like he builds up to the fight instead of just coming right out ready to fight.
And that was early in the round. You can see a big left hand. See, that right hand landed clean. He only went down for a second, just a touch of the knee, but he hopped right back up, but he was hurt for a second.
Both fighters up to scratch. The call of knuckle up from Wayne Spinola, round number 2.
See, Schultz right back in the middle.
Good right hand from Schoaf. Round 2 picking up right where round number 1 left off. High volume, all intensity from both men.
And Lane is he's really starting to telegraph his punch and throwing really hard, but he's got to be careful. He's opening himself up for counter punches right now.
Shuffle step from Tom Schoaf, trying to find his rhythm. Perhaps trying to find a plan B. Down in round number 1. 30 seconds already gone, round number 2. And yes, these 2-minute rounds absolutely fly by. Flick jab from Lane. Clubbing right hand by Lane.
Lane doing some good counter shots.
Schoaf trying to stay very disciplined, very tight. As the check left and the short right on the inside.
We know Schoaf has talent. He's shown that in the past. He's showing it tonight. But it just seems like Lane is throwing him off his game just a little bit. He got to get his composure back.
If Lane gets a little bit tired, this could be a difficult fight for him, though. He's doing a good job. That was a huge uppercut right there. Look at him. He's throwing wild punches. Those tire you out.
Schoaf just missing with the left hand, but it backed off Lane. 45 seconds remaining, round 2. There's the flick jab from Lane, doubling up. Right hand from Lane on the inside. Exploding in and getting back out of range. Schoaf really still trying to find his rhythm, champ.
Yeah, it seems like he's still trying to find it. There he is. Got some footwork going. He's going to settle down here in a minute. But Lane, continue to put that pressure on, that foot pressure.
Schoaf again trying to find the jab, trying to establish his left hand. Just slips under that right hook of Julian Lane.
Schoaf has gotten some in on the mouth. Lane is bleeding bad from the mouth. Could be cut inside.
Right hand that was legal to the body, and that ends round number 2. It's when the action of the punch begins, not when it lands. That's how you determine if it's a legal blow or if it's a late blow at the end of the round.
Now, the thing that's worrying me about this from Julian Lane's perspective is he's throwing such hard punches every time. When he misses, he looks like he's getting a little bit tired right now. He's still doing a good job of landing hard punches, but when he misses wildly, and that tires him out.
I think he should focus on being having a little bit more precision with those punches, because when he's in close, he can hit a guy on the top of the head, on the elbow, in a dangerous spot that could possibly hurt his hand. Like, gotta place those shots. Gotta place those shots.
When they're in close, I feel like that's Tom Schoaf's advantage right there. He's in a good tight hooks in there. Little short stuff you can't see very well, but that's why Julian Lane's bleeding right now from the mouth.
But it looks like Schoaf's best position is from the outside, because those short hooks that Lane is throwing has been effective.
The outstanding actor Nicholas Turturro with us ringside, in attendance with his son. Round number 3, you also saw in the corner of Tom Schoaf, the reigning BKFC heavyweight champion, Arnold A.J. Adams.
Now they're really starting to throw both guys.
And they're exchanging blows.
Tom trying to establish the jab a little bit more right now.
Better stuff from Tom Schoaf to start round number 3. Schoaf again trying to find the jab. There's that rear right uppercut from Lane. That's an effective punch. Jab again from Julian Lane. Clipping lead left hook from Lane.
That jab of Schultz is getting in there. He's starting to control it.
Very MMA-like. Mouthpiece out, mouthpiece right back in, Chris.
I love it. He puts it out. Doesn't even wait for the referee. I'm coming back in. I want to fight right now.
No history on it.
Didn't rinse it off for nothing. Real fighter.
My good friend Big John McCarthy said, your water never disinfected anything.
I love it.
It's the most John McCarthy-like statement I've ever heard. Good right hand on the left. Big right hand again from Lane.
And Tom Schoaf is showing a lot of toughness right now. Taking some huge shots.
Oh, Tom's still in the fight, looking for that big counter shot to change the game.
45 seconds remaining, round 3. The jab from Schoaf. Lane is definitely slowed down in volume and intensity, but he's still landing big shots. Shoaf still trying to establish the jab.
Look at that jab. Ooh, good right hand. Look at that jab, how it slows Lane down and keep him at bay. Just throw it out there.
10 seconds. 1-2. Give me that 1-2. Simple. Down the middle.
Flicking a jab of his own. Better round, though, for Tom Shoaf. That is the end of round 3.
You know, Shoaf's been able to land a little bit jabs, establishing that jab right there, but we got to see him followed up with something. He's got to come with that left hook or that straight right afterwards. His straight right has not been able to land too much right now. And in the meantime, he's taking some hellacious punches to the face right now.
Following this bout, it's our lightweight tournament final. Reggie Barnett Jr. versus Johnny Bedford. Then our co-main event of the evening in the cruiserweight division, Chris Lieben versus Dakota Cochran. And then we culminate with our main event, super welterweight division, 155 pounds. Paulie Malignaggi versus Artem Lobov in a true grudge match.
And although the pace has slowed a little bit right here, I think Julian Lane's doing a good job of saving up his power and throwing hard punches, and not throwing as many of them, but he's throwing hard punches still at the same time.
Wait for me. Okay, here we go.
Both fighters up to scratch. To round 4 we go. Overhand right, then the left hook misses from Shoaf.
They both missed each other with those counters a few times.
You see Shoaf putting his palm on his forehead for defense. And again, bare knuckle striking, both offensively and defensively, rapidly evolving. The sport's going to look much different in 5 years.
Shoaf still trying to put that sneaky right hand in on Lane. He's setting it up.
Right hand just misses. Good right hand from Julian Lane.
Tom Shoaf's going to have to change it up a little bit, do something a little bit different. At the pace it's going right now, he's not going to win this fight.
Well, I think he just needs to land punches. He's reaching, he's throwing punches, he's just not landing effectively.
Shoaf trying to walk down Lane. Counter left hand by Lane after the right. 1 minute remaining round 4. Again the left.
And you see Lane committing to his shots. He's committing. He's throwing convincingly. Shoaf don't look like he's throwing convincingly.
That was a big one right there. Big left hand.
Big shot. Lane landing a right hand.
It's just the counter shots are coming far in between, far in between. He needs to get closer and throw more.
Yeah, I think at this point he has to know he's losing this fight. He's got to change it up a little bit.
Got to do something big.
Snap jab again from Tom Shoaf. Shoaf down in round number 1.
That's
again from Shoaf.
Good combination.
And a left right back from Julian Lane.
10 seconds.
Again, he's just measuring like, ooh.
Quick right, double jab again from Julian Lane. Very little clinching, very little dirty boxing, and we will head to the 5th and final round.
You see Shoaf is standing right in the danger zone right there. He's standing where he can get countered right now. He's standing and putting that jab on him, but he's not putting anything behind. He's standing in the jabbing range. Julian Lane's countering big right hands and big left hooks. I'll take those every time.
You're right. Shoaf put the pressure. He had him where he wanted. He had his back against the ropes, but he didn't do anything effective. I think he should have stepped in a little bit more and closed the gap and tried punching with him a couple of times. Sometimes you can beat him to the punch.
Exactly. He's got that quick left hook. He's got that inside tight game. He's not throwing it, though. Julian's over the top, and you have to beat him to the punch and change this fight right now.
And how you beat a guy throwing overhands to the punch and throw straight punches down the pipe.
C.A.J. Adams working the ice pack.
The champ.
Look forward to seeing him back in the ring here.
Yes, we do. Undefeated in bare knuckle.
Set for the 5th and final round. Julian Lane versus Tom Shoaf in the middleweight division.
We're going to see how bad Shoaf wants to win this fight, because he has to feel he may be behind in this fight right now.
The knockdown quarter by Lane versus Shoaf in round 1. Certainly a big factor with the 3 Florida judges scoring ringside.
Good body shot.
Overhand right into the clinch.
Stop, break.
Rear break from referee Wayne Spinola in this bout. To the body. Swing's not getting through from Lane wide.
Good body
That
punch.
jab got through.
He's doing some good body shots. See, can he bring one of those up top?
I like to see him double up. Body shot right to a head shot.
Good hook.
Left hand, indeed on the hook. Shof landed that flush.
Shof got to step in a little closer. He got to get closer. He's still too far out.
Shof tried to throw the rear right uppercut, missed with the lead left hook.
Step in. There you
And
go.
right.
I want to see him follow that straight right hand with the left hook.
He's coming on.
55 seconds remaining in this fight. Right hand from Shof.
Oh, good hook.
Oh.
Step in. Step in.
Yeah,
You got to
you're
get
right.
closer.
Got to get those feet a little bit closer. Get your feet underneath you when you throw that punch.
He's missing him by an inch.
And those punches he's throwing could end the fight too.
Right to the body, left to the body. Well done to the ribcage for Tom Shof. Lane right back to the inside. Now 30 seconds remaining in this middleweight bout.
Close fight, but I think Tom Shof needs something big right now.
There was the double jab again from Lane. Light smear of blood on the face of Julian Lane.
Oh,
Good uppercut.
Uppercut with the right hand.
He needs to come at him right now. Throw everything you got in it.
good hook.
Huge right hand by
Come at
Shof.
him. Keep coming.
Press, press, press. Good
Shof
body
to the
shot.
body with the right hand.
Nice.
Wow.
The end of a really fun fight.
Strong finish right
Yes, it
there.
was.
That's exactly what I want to see him do.
I know Tom wish he had another 30 seconds or a minute.
Shof cut under his left eye, also cut inside his mouth in round one. And you see the slice just above the left brow on the face of Julian Lane.
Oh, my friend, I love you guys so much.
Kudos again, man. Hats off to the matchmaker. He's done a fantastic job tonight with these fights. Every fight has been entertaining, drama.
And I love it. That was one of those, slugger versus a boxer, what we thought about. And on this one, I'm
Styles
going to
make
give that to
fights.
the slugger,
Styles make fights.
BKFC matchmaker Nate Shook having a very big night indeed.
So you're saying you're going with Lane?
I'm going to go with Lane on this one. I think the knockdown was the difference in the fight.
I don't know what to think no more. I'm serious. But Shof did close the last 2 rounds effectively.
Oh, it was a great, like I said, I just think the knockdown is what's going to make the difference in that fight.
Let's see what the score is.
And man, that last bit of this fight was
Good
so
upper.
entertaining.
Yeah, good right hand. And watch the body shot. Both guys exchanged really nice there. But again, I give that advantage to Schultz. He had Lane on the back with his back against the ropes. And he landed some good shots.
Both guys showed a lot of toughness right there. They both took a lot of tough punches right
It's
there.
going to be a close fight.
Julian Lane and Tom Shof going the distance, all 5 rounds, all 10 minutes. Hard fought as we await the scorecards being read by ring announcer Jeff Houston. Go back to round number 1. The knockdown recorded by Lane versus Shof. Shof bouncing off of his knee, shades of George Foreman versus Joe Frazier, bouncing right back up. But again, with the 3 Florida judges scoring on the 10-point must system, that knockdown could prove decisive. Here's Jeff Houston.
What's up? Y'all like that shit?
Ladies and gentlemen, before we go to the decision, let's have a round of applause for these 2 middleweight warriors. After completing the scheduled 5 rounds, here are the score totals from our judges at ringside. All 3 judges see the fight 49-45 to the winner by unanimous decision, Julian Lane.
So purely in terms of the judges' scorecards, the knockdown didn't matter. In terms of the flow of the fight, the knockdown most definitely mattered because it established Lane's offense early.
Yeah, it looks like they just gave Tom Shof that last round. That was it. You kind of had to give him that last one, in my opinion, but I think that was the only one they gave him.
Well, it was all rounds was pretty close. You can give one guy a nod here and there, but the judges had Lane winning those first 4 rounds.
So all 3 Florida judges 49-45, which means 4 rounds to 1, and then the 10-8 in round number 1, accounting for the knockdown.